why mountain matters. Mountains are the blend of, it means bread and water for its people. It's a really very good statement which he has passed on the basis of his vast experience he's having. And I really appreciate his experience in Himachal, being a Himachali. I'm really grateful to him that he said that people from Himachal, they're very, very peaceful, they're very honest, as well as they're very cool people, and they're very hard worker. The story he told of seven sisters, seven daughters rather, of a father, and that father is sleeping totally in cool and calm manner, it's really salute worthy. And the way he narrated the system, which is known as matriarchal system, which is there in our Himachal, in some areas of Himachal, not everywhere in Himachal. Then he also pointed out some major challenges which are being faced by the mountains in form of this nexus of elite as well as the capitalist who are targeting the rich resources of mountains, uh, particular the mining, particular the timber extraction, and this hydropower, tourism, cement industry as well, and unsustained agriculture. So let me share with you all the delegates and all the participants that Himachal Pradesh has banned green felling. So you cannot target any green tree for this timber extraction. And finally, he asserted that need of the hour is just to work in collective manner, and just to rethink, rethink and start working in more sustainable manner without it is too late or without further delay. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for your interventions, and thank you very much for your presentation as well. Now it is time to uh, now it is time to introduce the second speaker of this session, and his name is, I think, uh, Petrit, sir. Are you there? Petrit, sir, are you
I
there?
think he's not there. He has not rejoined.
Okay, okay. Then
You can
I think
invite
he
the third
joined.
one, the next. Oh,
yeah,
he's here. He is here.
he's here. I think
He's here.
I saw him. I saw him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay. He's here.
okay, sir. Are you ready, Petrit, sir? Okay, I think he's ready. Okay. Uh,
Yeah.
Now I'm inviting the second faculty speaker of this technical session 1.1. He is the respected engineer Petrit Imeraj. He is head of network Albanian Alps Alliance and Shkoder, Albania, and his idler participants, implementers, authors in a series of events such as local, national, or international conferences, workshops, seminars, roundtable meetings, which were focused on the protection and sustainable development of environment values in the area of Una rivers, uh, Shkoder and Northern Alps. He is also coordinators of projects, conferences, training, workshops at local as well as regional level. He is lecturer, professional guide for ecotourism and natural tourism in the most of prestigious tourist guide of the planet. Competent in task sharing according to the capacity of each person for successful accomplishment of them, acquired in a different projects and support. Today, he will be speaking on diversity of ecosystems and landscapes in mountains. Sir, you have 30 minutes for your talk, please. And the floor is yours, sir. Most welcome, sir. Dr. Hasrat, you have to stop your presentation, please. I think your screen is there and you're still presenting.
Oh, hello.
Yes, sir.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, sir.
Yes, but sorry, but there's a little bit problem with it's connected, but it's in Albanian, but it's not so good. Very nice. It's for internet or something. Yes, but and what first
So just click this share screen button and you will be in position to share your screen, sir. Yeah, it's coming.
the share screen, yes, huh?
Yeah, just click here, sir, on presentation.
Okay.
Yeah, it's coming, but not visible. Yeah, it's coming,
Yes.
sir. Yes, coming. Yeah.
Back on board. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, but the diversity in ecosystem and landscape is the mountain, but you can will see in some picture a different place in area and the cross border between Albania and Montenegro in Kosovo. But you can see the different. You can see some elements from tradition building, from some water, for road, for valley, for farming, for everything. You can see the 4 photos, but you see the important potential natural resources and important for to sustainable and development management, the mountains and the ecosystems and landscape. You can will see the some this picture is the in the Jezersa is the mountains between and 3 in country in the Western the Balkans, but is high 693 meters. But you can see the beautiful passage in this photo. We see the important schemes in not only for is the ecosystem and development, but is important for tourism, important for sustainable development. You can see this is the global challenge and local solution, but is important every everywhere, and is important the mountains for good management, for two is the collaboration with people and nature, but is important we can implement it the some a little bit the small project and a big effect, but is I think so this picture is important to give a big message. Albanian country, but small country, but is important is a important position for geography and geology. You can see the sum is the sum about from how place and humans. You can will see in Albania, a small country, it is the mountains in the finish of the generic arc from starting from Europe and the finish from the Balkans in Albanian Alps. Albanian is important the geographical position for to dominate about the mountains, but the mountains is an important place for development of the general development, but is important for to gives the message to protection for biodiversity, for to protection as good management for water, for geological, from geomonuments, from natural monuments, for important for people living there, because this is the mountains is the barometer for development for our country. It's have the different levels that for the mountains unities: Albanian Alps, center of the mountains, southern ranges, and Adriatic lowlands. You can will see in this is a map of my country. Yeah, you can see the Jezersa. Jezersa is you can see the small is the Albanian geologicals, and some geologicals, and some is from in the some evaluation maps about for you can will see that some places the Albanian is the border between in Montenegro and Kosovo, some Macedonia. But it's important that people can the border to cooperation together and to because the ecosystem need for good collaboration is not need for border. Is the biodiversity is the animals from flower from animals from others in the insects, for example, for have a cross-border river or something, need for freedom, need for unit to management together for sustainable for future. You can see the beautiful picture of the Balkans Alps, and exactly in Jezersa mountains, heights of mountains in the Albanian Alps in 2,692 meters. Albanian is the mountains is a lot of biodiversity. In Albanian have 3,200 species, but in mountains area have about 1,600 species, but much more 50% in the species. But this fact we have the fact about can very important for to management and biodiversity, for forest, for flowers, for animals, for insects, for amphibians, from other species and important species living in the mountains. But the species in the passage and the forest and ecosystem is important for sustainable economic development for local people living there. But is important the people, the rational, a good collaboration with nature, because is a landscape and the forest and all others elements for ecosystem are the important for sustainable development for mountains, and the three levels for to build for future for the cycle for economy in the valley, in the ecosystems and more. Can see the some in RL for different species for animals. You can see, but is this place all area is the mountains, but is the lot of different animals living there. but is the links in the birds, in the others important animals living there, but important is not only for Albania, it's important for nationals, for regionals, and global protection. This is the climate is important for the mountains. Is the mountains climate is important for the barometer for all country. This situation we are living in the change the climate is important now to good monitoring for climate evolution in the mountains. In the you can will see the sun in the Alps area, the temperature and the some rain and others important elements we can monitoring for sustainable mountains development and for future. In the characteristic from this region is the Albanian Alps have interesting community living there. Different kind of tradition for customs, for life, but for you can will see the different photo have this different characteristic for it's a unit customs for others place. You can directly you can will see the people can living the mountains, but it's important for us together can do protection and tradition and protection nature. Important the people living there. People living important the people can living there, but we can good management the people can living there, but not people only for living there. Is the government in other institution, in other NGOs and others people is important for to help people living there because it's not people for living, but is important for tradition, for culture, for memory in mountains memory is I think now is very happy to information you about the now the true place is the Albanian Alps and the border area is included in UNESCO because for future is much more places need to protection for UNESCO in other international institution or organization because is the mountains we can calling together for all people in the world. The mountains matter. Mountains matter is big and good and important message for us for now and for future. Our NGOs and other people can, for a long time, can do promotion and to help people living there to development for tourism and ecotourism and alternative tourism, for science tourism, for now in after in the COVID situation is that tourism for nature and tourism for adventure is important for all. And this slide you can will see the sum about and the 5 photos. It's not 5 photos, it's 5 valley, 5 river, 5 is a small ecosystem, but is a 5 place is important for sustainable development for future. We have in our experience is can to lessons us about to is important that some objectives for future and for us is to protection the habitats. You can the Prophet Dr. Hasrat is others can to presentation about is important for the mountains is they have a lot of problem for water, for erosion, for fires, for landslide, for in others little bit problem for cutting trees, for environmental, for economic, social and cost and very problem, but it's important that now can do good and sustainable management in the mountains area. And but we for all us can need to to prevent it for is the activity for to protect it and biodiversity and landscape for future to disaster management, improving the mountains area the management system, and development very functional and sustainable use for social, economic, and ecotourism activities, for promoting scientific educational research, for promotion, communication, education, and awareness. But we can have on the world and us have important slogans, and every time can say the importance of mountains. That now is the important moment. We can to talk and to meet together to management, sustainable management together in a mountains area. For this message is important for us for Balkans country, because you can information about story with the Balkans. They have a lot of before the conflict story about the people together, but now we can, it's important to forget for us conflict, need to talk and to meet and to collaboration together for sustainable development management in natural resources, and special for mountains area. We can to realize it for different times. The some our work to promote the some is the materials for mountains, to writing the some open book and book guide and maps and leaflet and others. But it's important for information, the public information and information for tourism, for people like want to go in there, for the government, for institution and others to can say together the mountains is matter. Mountains is matter. Mountains is important for us for now and for future. Thank you very much. And I open, you can question or something.
Yeah, thank you very much.